Excuse me. Let me powder my nose. Vogue. Excuse me. Now, are you smarter than a kindergartner? Was that the name of that song? Or, sorry, TV show? Update, newsflash. Are you smarter than Cash Patel? Or is that Pato? Or Paddle? Or Padel? How would you pronounce that, people? I don't pay attention to this trash. Right? This heap of burden trash. Right? Elvis sang of burden love. Right? And Charlie Kirk was the prince of burnin' trash. Right? The apple of his father, Donald J. Trump's eye. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. How does the rest of that song go? I was made a Mason at the Masonic Temple at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery that night that Evan Dando did the industry showcase. Mrs. Robinson's. Let me do an impression of one of my brilliant autistic genius students I occasionally work with. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I would say, well, Jorge, that's Jesus. The Roman government killed him brutally to make a statement to the populace. Excuse me, does anybody remember Matthew Shepard? I don't like how my chin looks there. Yeah, Mrs. Robinson lyrics. How am I doing in time improv? Oh my gosh, I've still got time. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa. I'm St. Peter, my friends. Did you hear the garage gate open? We live our lives differently over here in Cali y Colombia. See? Me bedtime historia. As I say to my students, many of whom are bilingual and trilingual, right? I live between Pacific Avenue and Columbus Avenue. The Pacific, which means peaceful, balances Columbus, which means war. And much like telephone game, a politics of no translation, right? Georg Cantor, set theory. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. Whoa. God bless you, please, Mr. Robinson. Heaven holds a place for those who pray. Hey. Do. Going to the candidates debate. I'm sorry, people. The only reason I heard about Charlie Kirk is because Tucker Carlson was pushing the anti-Israeli line at the Turning Points conference this year. And Charlie himself said that if he were to be killed, it would be by the Israelis who just the day before killed people in political assassinations, attempted and otherwise. So please come for me. Netanyahu, you changed your name. Like Christopher Columbus, his name was changed. A politics of no translation. Right? Thank God I got out of New York when I did. It's a criminal racket there. Much like it's a criminal racket here. Much like the state of Israel is a transnational criminal racket financed by the United States of America. We can say this now, everybody, because Charlie Kirk was a champion of free expression, which is why President Trump, whose family also changed their name, unlike my family, the Kennedys, whose ancestors experienced forced famine by the British, I mean the English, in the 19th century. Dare I go on? How is my tone, Arthur? Thank you, baby. I do everything through the back door. I do it raw. Don't tell me about the public theater. Don't tell me about Alexander Hamilton. The only Alexander I know is the namesake of the Alex Theater here in the Armenian Quarter, where I am deeply protected. I canceled The Godfather, and then I became him. I knew everybody was pulling my strings. That was the fucking point at 747. The world is your oyster, my friends. And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Go out and grab it. Right? I'm Jaws. And I'm about to have the best, nay, I've been having the best dog day afternoon of my life. Why? Because I'm actually Sidney Lumet. Or is that Lumet reborn? I ping-ponged Susan Sarandon. Hey, Gina Davis. Hey, Brad. Hey, Tom. Hey, Hollywood. Hey, Joaquin. Everybody keeps telling me, Sean, you're a perfect cross between Joaquin Paul Michel Foucault, Arthur Meyer Schlesinger, who I already have, and Friedrich Nietzsche. Si. Soy yo, Friedrich Nietzsche. Si, soy yo. Right. Make love, not war, my friends, is more than just a slogan. I'm a child of the 60s and 70s, and the 50s and the 40s, and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I'm going to leave this at 10, my friends. Or should I just keep going to 15? I think think I should just go falsettos, 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 falsettos. You see, my friends, what I've been trying to say as I ping pong all over the place is I am Sydney Lumet Reborn. I have been working out my material for going on 5+ years now. They tried to take me down at Gettysburg College, and I said, yo, you don't know who you're dealing with. I am the nutty professor, the real one, right? Did anybody see The Real World? Did anybody see Madonna, Truth or Dare? Did anybody see In Bed with Madonna? Does anybody know Ingrid Sishi? Does anybody know Tina Brown? Does anybody know Anna Wintour? Does anybody know Paris is Burning? I am using what my mama and my papa, Pat and John Kennedy, gave me. It is alpha and it is omega, right? An aesthetic education is the only education because it's a sensory education. It's a sensory cognitive duality. That's how you become one, my friends. Do you see how I grabbed the thin air like a pussy? Trump always chickens out. Right? Assassinate me, Trump, I say again. Assassinate me again, Mossad. And then the 5 eyes will be down to 2 eyes because I'm 4 eyes. I'm Woody Allen reborn in the flesh now. Why won't the baby... This is the political crisis. We've got a bunch of fucking 80-year-olds, right? We got a bunch of, at least Anna Wintour, one of my dear mentors, had the grace to step down, right? God forbid Ruth Bader Ginsburg should have stepped down, right, Washington? Right, Democrats? Right, Gavin Newsom? Right, Nancy Pelosi? Right, you're just going to cede political violence? I am Arthur Lawrence reborn. He's my Arthur Paul Sanchez. Leo Bersani down the stretch, baby. Is the rectum a grave? No, as I've been consistently saying and demonstrating, the rectum was my rebirth, motherfuckers. And I do not consent to seeing pictures of Charlie Kirk, that fucking motherfucker who preached hate. Since when is hate a Christian value, let alone a Judeo-Christian value? I'll quit speaking my mind the day Kate Blanchett quits acting. Blue Jasmine my ass. Manufactured consent. I'm also Noam Chomsky. Still alive. Right? So I want everybody in the so-called home of the free and the brave. I am reading my own goddamn lines. If you read this, you are gay. LOL. What? That has IDF written all over it because they have children in Israel, right? Fuck you, Palestine. I'm paraphrasing on their bombs. Once again, today, a classroom of Palestinian children in Gaza were exterminated thanks to the United States government, the Trump and Biden and Trump and Obama and Clinton and Bush administrations. Classroom in quotation marks, aka scare quotes, right? Because there are no more schools in Gaza. At least no more formal schools, right? So, you know, everybody knows not fucking playing around. Mossad comes for me. I'm Thor. Motherfuckers. Okay? I'm Batman. I'm Joker. And I'm Catwoman. I'm Sean MP. Nobody will be grabbing this pussy because Arthur's already collared me. See what I did there, motherfuckers? Ciao for now. I'm Sean MP.